Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I am back working on my front porch project. I don't know what I was thinking. When I was planning this project, I was planning it to be a 2-day project, but a 1 video project. And that has not happened. I've been working on it for almost a week now, and this is basically the 3rd video, so thanks for bearing with me. But I think it's going to pay off in the end. I think it's going to be really, really beautiful. And this whole project is based around these gorgeous cast stone heritage planters from a company called Haddestone. So I was introduced to Haddestone by Michael Glassman, landscape designer Michael Glassman. I went and I did a garden tour on one of his projects. It was a French garden tour, and he had used Haddestone cast stone like all over in that project. He used like 5 different pieces in that project, I think. And it was really, really beautiful. And the more I learned about that company, and they actually contacted me because they were so happy to see their products being used here in the United States. They're based out of England. They were originally from England, and then they expanded to the United States. They have a factory out of Colorado, and it's a company you can buy directly from the company and get them shipped to your house. And these were shipped to my house. It was really, really fun. Now, for that French garden tour, if you haven't seen it, check it out. But you have to understand that French garden tour, they had just finished the installation of the plants, of the cast stone, of everything. It was brand new. And the cool thing about cast stone is the mixture so basically what it is it's a mixture that mimics regular stone, but it's like, it can handle the weather better, it can handle the heat, it can handle the cold, you can leave it out all year long. But the cool thing is that it gets this beautiful patina on it. It's made to get this patina on it that makes it look old and rustic and really gorgeous. So my terracotta planters eventually are going to get a gorgeous patina on it, and I'm super excited. And that French garden tour, I'm really excited to go back next year because the cast stone was all bright and shiny and new, and it's going to look so good when it gets the beautiful patina on it. So anyway, this is what my cast stone looks like, fresh and clean and new, and I'm so excited for it to get the patina on it. I ended up getting these heritage planters. These are the large heritage planters, and I ended up getting them in the color terracotta. But the cool thing about cast stone is you can get them in whatever color matches your garden scheme. So they have like gray colors, white colors. I was really interested in the color Code. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Coade. I thought that was really beautiful, and I was kind of going back and forth, but I ended up on this terracotta because I thought with the patina on these, it's just going to look beautiful. Now these are going to live here, and they are protected underneath this, little portico balcony area. So these are not going to patina as quickly as if I had something like out in the open, but that's okay. I'll be totally patient with it. I think they're still going to patina, and I think they're just going to be so beautiful. So what I'm going to do now, I'm on to the fun part of this front porch makeover. I already added the trim around the windows. I painted all the trim white. We got new lights, which are just so beautiful. And yesterday I actually painted the concrete right here just to cover the stains and all that kind of stuff. So it's looking really, really good for now. And now it's time for decorating. So we place the planters where I want them. And then I have these trees. One of them already fell over. I think I called them Leland cypress the other day in another video. They're actually Blue Point junipers. And I got them. It was like an impulse buy when I was at Home Depot buying the trim. They were not expensive at all. How expensive? They were $65, right, for these. And I just think that they're going to be so pretty as kind of living Christmas trees for the winter in those cast stone planters. And I got Christmas lights and all that kind of stuff to decorate them today. So that's my plan. Monty, you are stepping all over my alyssum. Oh, bud, what are you doing? Look, he drinks out of my fountain in the secret garden, and he constantly has a wet head. He has water. He has fresh bowls of water. He just chooses to drink out of that fountain. Anyway, so I am going to get started with this makeover. First thing I need to do is remove the tape, the painter's tape, and then I'll move the planters over. I did get these things. I hope they fit. I didn't measure them. We did get these things because Yes, perfect. Because my drainage in this front porch area is really, really terrible. This front porch needs to be completely redone. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use saucers just like that. And then I also, oh my God, are you joking? This just fell off. Okay, if that doesn't tell you that we need to redo this pergola, it's literally falling off as I talk. God. My house is old. There are old parts to my house that need to be fixed. I mean, I know this is what you deal with when you buy a fixer-upper. This was definitely a fixer-upper, but my goodness, I have to say, every winter season, we have like a priority list of all the projects we need to do, and every winter season it changes because the weather starts breaking down certain things, and they get higher and higher on the priority list. Okay, anyway, so I guess I'll get started with the decorating. First off, I need to take off the blue painter's tape around the trim, and then I will move the junipers over to their resting space. Not their final resting space, because of course junipers won't do well in the shade here. I'm going to, come spring, I'm gonna, plant up the planters and use Proven Winners aqua pots and all that kind of stuff, so I don't have to have drip over here to these. But I think for now, the junipers will be perfect. And then after I'm done with the junipers and these planters, I can plant them out somewhere in my garden. How good that looks. And just imagine the pots being all patinaed. They're just going to be so, so beautiful. Now, having the square flat planters really shows how uneven my patio is. This one over here, I had to put shims in over on the left side because everything's leaning towards that way, which I knew because all the water was pooling. And I put a shim in the back, and it's not even touching because it drops so far back there. It's so bad. It needs to be redone. This whole area needs to be redone. The pergola, the deck, the patio, absolutely everything. But let's just focus on the prettiness right now. So anyway, I got the tape all off. Did mark a little bit of the front door. I need to repaint the front door. If you guys are wondering, the color of the front door is Bare Rejuvenation. I started off wanting it to be Bare Clary Sage, but Clary Sage outside was just a little too green. It almost looked like a gray door with a hint of green. I painted my back office door that color first, and then I changed it to this more brighter green color. And I love it. I think it is so pretty, especially with the white trim. It's absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to decorate the Christmas trees. So what I have for holiday tree decoration, I went to the store and I got just some white twinkle lights, but I wanted to get these that had the green wire. The only ones that I have right now have the white wire, and I wanted the green wire to disappear. Probably not totally necessary, but I had to go to the store anyway to get those saucers. So I decided to get that, and then don't give me a hard time about these. Because it's ridiculous, I know. So I really wanted the look on these trees. I really wanted the look of dried oranges and burlap ribbon, like bows of burlap ribbon. I thought that would be so pretty. Now, those of you who know, I have 2 massive orange trees on my property, and I get so many oranges, I don't know what to do with all of them. But they're not ready yet this season. They're not ready. The rinds are still yellow. I couldn't exactly dry them yet, and I didn't dry any last year. And so I felt so silly that I when I have so many oranges left over, like so many oranges. So my goal for this year is to definitely dry oranges for decoration next year once my oranges are ready. But in the meantime, I just bought these from Amazon. Luckily they weren't expensive, but what a waste. You know what I mean? What a waste for packaging and driving and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I know, absolutely ridiculous. Then when it comes for the wreath for the door, so before I have this pussy willow wreath that my friend Raphael made for me, and I love it. It is my favorite wreath. I don't know if he sells these on his website, the Park Winners website. You guys can check. They're so beautiful. And but I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit. I found this rattan bow at Home Goods. I thought that was pretty. And then I ended up just grabbing, just in case, I grabbed one of the wreaths from Costco. And so I was trying to decide which one of these I wanted to use. But then luckily, Raphael texted me yesterday and he's making his foraged wreaths. He makes beautiful wreaths at Park Winners, and he does actually a wreath making class, and he offered to make me a foraged wreath. So I am just waiting for that. That's gonna go on my door. In the meantime, I'll probably just put this bow, just because it's pretty, on the door. But yeah, I'm really excited about my foraged wreath. Okay, I think I can finally say, after 6 days, I think, I am done with my front porch project, and I think it looks so good. I am so incredibly happy with it. I think it looks amazing. It looks even better in real life, I think, than it does on camera, because on camera, you guys couldn't tell how bad it was before, but now, oh my goodness, it looks so good. And it's all thanks to these beautiful Haddistone planters that really push me in a different direction than I probably would have done, at least for holiday decorating. But I am so happy with how it looks. To me, it feels warm and it feels casual, and it just feels like me. So where do I even start? I think I'll start with showing you all before shots of what this front porch area looked like before I started 6 days ago. And then you can come to the after. And I think the after, it looks so incredibly good. And again, this whole project was based off of these Haddistone cast stone planters in the color terracotta. And I don't know what it is about these planters. They're formal, yet they're casual, if that makes sense. To me, they just look so warm, and they look so inviting, but yet still kind of rustic. And remember, they're going to patina, and they're going to look so beautiful when they're nice and patina. To me, it's like when Michael Glassman first talked to me about designing my garden, he said country romance. To me, this is country romance. So one thing that you guys probably noticed is I ended up not putting Christmas lights on the juniper trees. And yesterday when I was putting them on, I was having such a hard time with them, and something didn't quite feel right when I had them on the trees. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't look right. I wasn't happy with it. I felt like I could see the wire too much. And to me, it was detracting from these beautiful, beautiful planters. And my mom actually showed up to surprise us house and ended up taking me and the girls out Christmas shopping. So we ended up doing that yesterday, and I was talking to her and she said, just take the lights off. And I did. And I'm so very happy with it. I think it looks so good. And I mean, the Christmas lights would have given it a whole different look, but this, I feel like I can leave it until January. I feel like I can leave it till January. I just think it's so pretty. So I've got these dried oranges, and my goal for this year is to dry my own oranges. I didn't do these. I ended up just buying these because the oranges on my orange trees aren't ready. I got a roll of this beautiful burlap ribbon and just tied them in bows and then put a little twine around them to tie them to the juniper. To me, it's so different, and it's so... I just love it. I just think it's so pretty. And I do have my spheres. And these are the metal around wine barrels, and someone made them into these spheres. And to me, they look like big ornaments. And I just think that they're so pretty. And I've had them by my front door all year. And of course, I had to have them for the holidays. And then I just went and grabbed a couple of my old terracotta pots and put these white poinsettias in. And oh man, it's just so pretty. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. So of course, the juniper trees here are just here for the holidays. I'll probably have them for the holidays and maybe January or February. And then I'm going to move them out to the garden, and I'm going to plant something else in the Haddistone planters, the heritage planters. I haven't decided what yet, but I'm planning to plant something like long term. Like I really got to decide exactly what I want. Before, I had the coral bark maples here, and they were really, really pretty, but they needed a little bit more sun than they were getting. This area gets maybe like 30 minutes of morning sun, and then that's pretty much it. So it's got to be a full shade plant for sure. So I just have to decide what I'm going to do. But for now, I can enjoy the junipers. I can enjoy the Christmas, the bow matching the other bow. Like, look at how cute that is. Isn't that beautiful? And I can enjoy my cast stone planters from Haddistone. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Haddistone for sending me these planters. They are so beautiful. Head over to their website, check out their gorgeous stuff, gorgeous fountains and bird baths and statues and planters and just all the fun stuff for your garden. I will link them in the description down below. But anyway, this is just so fun. I just love it. Now I got to go get the girls and show them. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.